Hello and welcome. Now in this video we're going to walk through a start to finish process of creating a new product. Now before you get started with this process, there are going to be some things that you want to have and you want to have them available. First, you need to have a support email or support site available. You're going to need to place one or both of them inside of your support details area. You're going to need to have either a thank you page or a file to upload to WarriorPlus to deliver to your customer. You are going to be asked to give review access to WarriorPlus, so you'll want to have either a thank you page or a login and password for WarriorPlus for this process. Now, assuming that you have those things available, you can then start the process of creating a product on WarriorPlus. Creating a product is only the first part of the process. In order to sell that product, it's going to need to fit within an offer. However, that being said, we want to start this process. Okay, your product name will be visible to your customer. You will then want to upload a product image. Now, there are limits to the size of this product image, but basically you can upload from your hard drive to this area. You will then want to categorize your product. This will be important when you place your product inside of the marketplace. If you go to the marketplace and you click on categories, you'll see that all of the products are going to be arranged in categories. This is going to be based on the category that you set up in the setup process. You're going to choose them from the drop-down area. You can place your cursor and choose the ones that are most relevant to your product. You'll then want to write in keywords. Now, this is an optional process. However, you are going to want to be aware of the fact that when your product launches, these keywords will determine who will see that product launch when it becomes available to the marketplace. Every WarriorPlus user has the option of setting up alerts, and they can follow specific keywords so that when a product is released with these specific keywords, that individual is going to get an email notifying them that a product has been launched. And so what you'll want to do is to take note of the most followed keywords, and you'll want to use them inside of your followed keywords area. You'll want to communicate what kind of content your information product is going to be. And if you are using a webinar to sell this product, you'll want to indicate that by turning this feature on. Otherwise, by default, it's off, and you can turn it off and leave it off. You'll then come to your product access. Now, once again, you should already have an access URL available or a download file to upload. Typically, your access URL will be the same for the admin access info also. However, they could be different if you're going to give admin access based on a login and password. Whatever you have, you'll want to then enter it here in these dialog boxes. Now, for the sake of logistics, you'll want to know that you can use the same access URL for multiple products if that becomes an issue. You'll then need to choose the licensing terms for your buyer. And so when you use the drop-down menu, what you'll note is that you can either give the buyer personal use or you can give them some extended use, which will allow them to use it in their business. If you place a personal use tag here, all you'll need to do is write in here any additional terms other than the fact that they can use this for their own personal benefit. Now, if you choose to give a person extended rights, you're going to then choose the rights that you're going to give that individual and write in any additional terms here in this area. You'll want to write in your refund terms. So in this case, if you're going to have a refund period, you'll need to write in how many days you're going to give the individual before they can ask for a refund. If your product does not issue refunds, you'll want to put in a 0, and you'll want to explain that in the terms and conditions. So on an optional basis, what you can do is you can require acknowledgement of this fact from the customer by turning this feature on. When your buyer clicks on the buy button and gets ready to check out, They will not be able to complete their purchase without having clicked that they have read and accepted your terms and conditions. And the terms and conditions that you typed in will then be visible to them. Now you should already have your support email set up or the URL to your support site set up. Now if you choose to write in your support URL, that's going to override the support email. But there are 3 disclosures that you need to make before you start selling your product. One, that the product is available for sale, and you'll need to make sure that this is available. You'll then need to determine whether you are the original creator or you are creating a product based on a non-exclusive license. And so you'll need to make the declaration. You'll also make sure that you have this certification and that you have the right to sell the product on WarriorPlus. You're then going to need to set up your pricing. Now the regular price is what it will appear on the buy button. And basically what you're saying is that the person is getting a price break of some kind. You'll then write in your current price, which is the price that the individual is going to pay. If this product is going to be limited in number of people that will be able to purchase it, you want to indicate that here in this area. Now it's here where you are going to be setting up either a time sale or a dime sale. For example, you can choose to start a dime sale. In other words, you're saying that the price will increase by a certain amount every specific number of sales. So for example, we can state that the price will rise by 25 cents every 3 sales. We can determine then that the price will only grow as large as a certain amount. So for example, if we start our sales price at a certain amount, we can say that the price will never go higher than a specific amount. You'll then need to indicate whether you're going to have PayPal or Stripe in order to be your merchant account. You will indicate that here in this section. Customer fields are optional, and typically if you're not selling a physical product, you will have no reason to collect a phone number, address, or country. So in most cases, you'll leave this in the default setting, which is going to be off. If your purchase is going to be an upgrade, again, this is optional. You can indicate that here in this area. And it's here where if you're going to allow affiliates to promote your product, you're going to indicate that here in this section. In the integrations and tracking area is where you'll have third-party applications that will connect to this individual sale. For example, if you want to collect the names and email addresses of individuals that purchase your product, you're going to connect your autoresponder here in this area. So for example, we would click New Connection. We would then connect a specific service. If you know that your autoresponder is going to be a certain brand, you're going to indicate that here in this area, and you're going to connect your autoresponder. You're going to go through the authorization process to connect your autoresponder to WarriorPlus. We're going to allow our autoresponder to be connected to WarriorPlus. And we're going to connect our MailChimp account to WarriorPlus. So we're going to come back to the product creation screen, X out of this screen, come back to the new connection. We're then going to select a service, and we're then going to see the service that we just connected. Now what we're doing is we're connecting WarriorPlus to our account using a specific list. And it's here where you'll be able to make direct connections to any of the services WarriorPlus has direct integrations with. Now if you're going to deliver your product via a membership site software, you're going to indicate that here in this area. Again, there are choices that are specifically integrated with WarriorPlus. And if you have any of these platforms, you can connect them using the instructions that WarriorPlus gives you. For example, if you use a member, what you'll need to do is you'll need to connect using the rules for a member. However, if you have Infusionsoft, you will have a different level of connection. If you have Optimized Member, your connection will be different. If you have Wishlist Member, your connection will be different. In some cases, there are custom integrations. For example, services such as ClickFunnels, use the custom integration with WarriorPlus in this area. Coach.io is an integration associated with WarriorPlus. And finally, you can also use tracking pixels if you're using Facebook, Google Analytics, or a custom image tracking pixel. And once you've entered all of this information, you will then have created your product on WarriorPlus, and you're ready then to connect it to a specific offer. You'll then want to click Save, and you will have completed the process. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.